What's up everyone? It's Lou here from the One Night Stands. We're here today to talk about our album Songs from the Edge of the World.
You've got a lot to learn, but you don't want to change your ways. But if tonight is not the night that you don't go, then maybe you will never ever know.
The album title Songs from the Edge of the World just occurred to us while we were in the middle of the recording sessions.
Johnny wants the big time. You've got a lot to learn as you twist and turn at night. You've got a pain that's burning holes and a feel for the fight.
The recording process lasted from about April till October 2010. And we split the sessions in two. We did two separate sessions. The recordings itself went pretty quickly. I think we put most of the basic tracks down within about 5 or 6 days. And then we spent the rest of the time just getting the right sounds and the right mixes really to make the tracks sound as best as they could.
Johnny wants the big time.
Our current single is a song called Johnny Wants the Big Time. It's just, it's really just a song about ambition and about wanting to be successful and wanting to get somewhere with your life. And use this character named Johnny because Johnny's been used in rock and roll songs since the early 50s. And I mean, we tried everything, we went Jimmy, Tommy, Vinny, whatever you could think of, we tried to fit it in, but it just seemed like Johnny worked the best.
Once be the hero,
Music video for Johnny, we've just finished shooting. It was directed by Kevin Benz. It's a wonderful looking video. It's basically made up of two separate sequences which kind of intermingle. The first one is like a performance sequence with the band playing in a garage basement, and the other scene cuts to this character Johnny who's kind of walking through his life trying to find the big time. And that was a lot of fun to shoot, and we went downtown Joburg and all over kind of the city and just had a great day filming all these little landmarks along the way. We got Matthew Fink to come and produce the album once again. Matthew had produced our first self-titled debut album, and more than anything, more than Matthew's technical ability and his sort of know-how of electronics and synthesizers and things, more than that, I just felt that Matthew and I, we've got a great working relationship, and we're also into a lot of the same music. So it was easy for us to, if we wanted to reference, for example, a Motown snare drum, Matthew knew what I was talking about. If there was a Talking Heads kind of bass line that we were after, it was easier for us to reference those particular sounds. We just knew what we were talking about.
The rituals of the night stain the days like broken knives.
One of the other things about working with Matthew is that there are no work methods. We approach everything quite spontaneously, and and a lot of serendipity plays into the way we record things. And for example, a song like Isolation, we had the song written and we were happy with it, but it wasn't until we were in studio, and I don't know if it was Matthew or myself, but someone was playing a synthesizer and we found that sound, Strobot, the one that opens the song, and the moment that played we were like, that's got to be used, that's the sound for Isolation. I think real life was probably the main influence on this album. As I was saying earlier, everything that had happened to us somehow filtered its way into the songs. And so yeah, lyrically it's about a lot of our personal experiences over the last 2 years. Musically, on the other hand, it ran the gamut of influences. I mean, we were listening to everything from old blues to 60s pop, through to reggae, right up to current modern electronica and pretty like underground stuff. I'd say there is a mood and a lyrical theme running through the album. There is this kind of sense of isolation and loneliness and and desperation, but there's a lot of happiness in it too. Again, musically we try to explore a lot of different styles. You know, something like Whistles and Bells, we were kind of like trying to do a Memphis soul tune with that, you know. The opening track is a song called Slippery Slope, and that's basically us just trying to be The Who. You know, we were trying to be like a rhythm and blues mod band in the 60s, and we just kind of, you know, plugged everything in and we just went for it, and I feel like it's a good opening track. It like sets everything off with a bang. It's not like me to be so mean and spiteful to the girl. The album was recorded here at Sting Studios in downtown Johannesburg. It's the same studios we recorded our first album at, and we just feel at home here. And you know, we've got a great Pro Tools setup, and we get a really good sound in the main live room. And yeah, this is our home. It's what I need when the world comes crashing down on me. It's the feel of the release of a weight so hard to please. It's the high when I'm low, when the ground falls from below. It's the rain on the tracks. I'm a train with heavy freight. Well, the current music scene in this country, especially this sort of indie pop rock market, it's very small, and with that it's obviously got its ups and downs. One of the upsides to that is that it's easy to meet everyone quite quickly, and it's easy to get your music out there, but we set our sights, you know, on a lot broader than just South Africa, and we'd like to take our music overseas. You know, we feel like we'd like to try to compete on an international level. And you know, South African bands, there's some really fantastic groups coming out making incredible music, and you know, I'm quite abreast of what's happening generally. I watch YouTube, and with the internet and all of this, it's easy to see bands that are happening overseas, and stuff coming out of here which is just as good as anything you're hearing coming out of Europe or the States. It's the rain on the tracks. I'm a train with heavy freight. The artwork for Songs from the Edge of the World was left entirely up to us to come up with. We're quite lucky with Sting Music. They do give us a lot of creative control, and for the sleeve we just wanted something that would encapsulate this concept of the edge of the world. So we got Sarah DePina to take the photos and design and come up with the sleeve in its entirety, and we also try to keep it quite minimalist and quite sleek. You know, we didn't want to clutter it with information and lyrics and things like that, so we wanted it to be quite subtle. And of course the white, you know, is a contrast to the pitch black of the first album. So also from a band discography point of view, it's like a completely different, you know, plate that we're offering. The album will be available all over the country in good music stores. It'll also be available on quite a lot of the music download sites, and it'll also be available from our own website, theonenightstands.com. You're turning all over the sheets.